Hello and welcome to this week's diagram. This is my All the IB Econ Diagrams Explained series. So this week I'm going to focus on the price mechanism, the interaction of demand and supply in markets, and how the price mechanism clears, that was very weird, how the price mechanism clears shortages or gets rid of shortages. So, what creates a shortage? A shortage is created when there's either an increase in demand or a decrease in supply. So first, I'm going to focus on an increase in demand, and then in the next slide, I'll focus on a decrease in supply. So remember, a shortage basically happens so a shortage by definition is a situation where quantity demanded is greater than quantity supplied. Okay. Now, what causes an increase in demand? The non-price determinants. Okay. That you can find in several of my videos where I explain the law of demand and the non-price determinants of demand. But let's assume, for example, that this good or service is a normal good and income has increased. So there's an increase in income and this good is a normal good. That would shift demand to the right from D to D1. So you might be asking, okay, where can I show that quantity demanded is greater than quantity supplied? Because by definition, that's what a shortage is. Fabulous. So what you need to do is you need to go back to the original equilibrium, this one here, PE and QE. And then you need to extend the line, the dotted line, until you intersect the new demand curve D1. All right. That new point is the new quantity demanded. And QE is no longer QE because the market is in disequilibrium. QE is just QS. Okay, it's the quantity supplied. Producers haven't yet caught up with the increase in demand. So temporarily, for a period of time, quantity demanded will be greater than quantity supplied. This distance is the shortage. Now, the price mechanism has three functions: a resource allocation, signaling, an incentive function, that's two, and a rationing function. So first of all, the shortage will exert an upward pressure on price. That will gradually push price up, which signals to producers that there's a shortage, that consumers want to buy more of this good or service. Okay. And because the price is rising, it gives producers an incentive to produce and sell more, to increase quantity supplied. So do you see how the price mechanism changes in price will signal and incentivize behavior? At the same time, as price rises gradually, that incentivizes some consumers to buy less or stop buying the product because some consumers might think it's not worth the higher price. By doing this, quantity supplied gradually increases along the supply curve. Quantity demanded gradually decreases along the new demand curve until a new equilibrium is reached, which is somewhere in the middle here. So this is the new QE, and this is the new equilibrium price. Now, so we've seen how the price mechanism signals and incentivizes. How does it ration? Well, basically, rationing is who gets what. Okay. In this case, because price rises, the consumers who are willing and able to pay that higher price are the ones who end up getting the product. Okay. So price also acts as basically a way of deciding who gets what. Well, who gets this good? The ones who are willing and able to pay, who can afford the higher price. So do you see how changes in prices have a signaling function, an incentivizing function, and a rationing function? Let's do the same analysis, but with a decrease in supply. So remember, by definition, a shortage happens when QD is greater than QS. If there's a decrease in supply, it's because one of the non-price determinants of supply have decreased. So let's say there's an increase in the costs of production. COPs is the costs of production. An increase in the costs of production will decrease Shift the supply curve to the left from S to S1. How do I show the shortage? Well, extend the dotted line to the new supply curve. This is currently the new quantity supplied, while QE is quantity demanded. Quantity demanded has not caught up with the decrease in supply yet. So there is a shortage. A shortage will exert an upward pressure. This signals to producers that there's a shortage and incentivizes them. The higher price gives them an incentive to produce and sell more, to increase quantity supplied. Price gradually rises. Quantity supplied will gradually increase along the new supply curve. Quantity demanded will gradually decrease along the old or the original demand curve until a new equilibrium is reached. We'll call this new PE and new QE. And the price mechanism, the change in price will ration the product, because who gets the product? Those who are willing and able to pay the higher price. They're the ones who end up securing or getting the product. Okay, so remember, another name or another word for a shortage is excess demand. A shortage, by definition, is a situation where quantity demanded is greater than quantity supplied. So you need to be able to show on the diagram how quantity demanded is greater than quantity supplied, and how that would exert an upward pressure on price, and then how that gradual rise in price has a signaling function, an incentivizing function, and a rationing function. I hope you found this useful. I really enjoy creating this content for you all. Please like, share, subscribe. Consider becoming a member if you want to access exclusive content tailored for my members. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.